The internet. It covers literally the entire planet. It connects people, ideas, and companies throughout all the world. Sadly, not everyone speaks the same language. However, in the internet, there's a special code that allows people to understand each other no matter the place. And this code is only known as memes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jose Fragosa, and today I have come to ask the question, to what extent has internet meme culture increased the attention on the issues that they represent, and how do they contribute to this revolution? But to first understand this question, we first must come to understand what is a meme. A meme is described by Christian Bachhecht as a form of media that is shared in like pictures, videos, or text, and it's usually funny. It is shared various times with various variations by people on the internet. Now we're gonna talk about opinion-based memes today, and not these comical memes. They won't really help us in this situation. Now, social media is the primary source that people share memes on. And one might say, well, not many people use social media, or that, well, maybe not as many people who you think would use social media, but that's wrong. According to Statista, over 2 billion people use Facebook every day, and 261 million people use Twitter every day. That's a lot of people seeing memes possibly every day. Now imagine this. Imagine all the topics that these memes could carry. Imagine all how many people see them. You might have like 5 million memes from your Uncle Brian who like talks about American capitalism every 5 minutes and who won't shut up about it. Yeah, okay, you might say, okay, maybe I can share my opinion, or my coworker can share your opinion with a meme, but that won't collect any change, right? Wrong. But in November 2017, the company EA released the video game Star Wars Battlefront 2, which contained a monetization scheme named loot boxes. These loot boxes basically made players have to pay money, real life money, in order to obtain significant game advantages over other players. And this meant that other players that did not pay would lose out. Now, this caused a huge community outroar, and the company basically did absolutely nothing about it. So they took out to the second way they could vent out their frustrations, which they took to social media and flooded it with memes of the disaster. The amount of people were so big that even legislator Chris Lee from Hawaii heard about it, and he passed a bill into Congress that is currently underway. And even the Belgian Parliament right now put a series of regulations against loot boxes. Now, one might say, well, okay, maybe these memes had this effect, but it's not like these laws were actually made into appliance, right? Wrong, again. In the next year, EA released their next game, which is FIFA 19, which had the infamous card packs, which are basically loot boxes in disguise. Now, okay, these laws and regulations actually work, as the Belgian Parliament thought that FIFA 19 was actually breaking these laws, and the company was forced to remove the game from shelves, and to pay massive fines. This is an example of how memes actually change a difficult situation that would normally not be even cared by most people in the world. Now, this cooperation is very similar to the views expressed that Jen McConnell in her TED Talk, Gaming Can Make a Better World. She expressed that gaming could cause collaboration between other players in order to find the solution to various problems. Now, in memes, this is the same. People post their memes, and they're like looking for the improvement of a situation. But as we all know, not everyone's perfect, and there's just they may have problems. Similar to the talk where people could find different viewpoints to find different solutions to the problem, memes could actually share the various viewpoints of various people in order to tackle various angles with their solutions. But even still, for every good thing, there's a bad thing. And we all know that according to The Guardian, there has been an issue right now where meme warfare has occurred. Meme warfare is basically defined as a toxic war zone that basically people don't listen to each other and the other's arguments, and just turn into a major disaster when nothing is discussed. This has to be avoided. This is a double-edged sword. One example where this has happened is like when the memes were actually used by the various parties of the government. During the election, various Russian meddlers use weapons called, they use memes and social media to influence the votings of certain of the parties in order to skew the results to candidate Donald Trump. These are two of the memes. One of them was shared by Trump himself, while the other one was spam. This is according to Wired that over like 80% of the people, 80% of the traffic of the internet right now, those days, were actually being changed by these memes. But even still, not all bad can outweigh the good. On the day of the Martin Luther King anniversary, there was a sector of the internet that basically wanted to villainize the image of Martin Luther King. But upon seeing this, members of Reddit, a popular social network, were in a big outcry. And they started flowing social media again with memes of Martin Luther King that would shed him in a more positive light. This worked tremendously. Searches from like 2 million sparked in an hour, spiked 3 million for a positive image of Martin Luther King. It changed everything. It changed the entire climate in 1 hour. This is a great power. But now that we know what are the strengths of memes? Well, first of all, they're easily shareable. It's just an image. You can share it to anyone in the world at any moment. Even people who don't have access to the internet right now, you could just show them on your cell phone. They're easy to make. You just need one text editor and one picture. It works immediately. Any topic. It could be capitalism, it could be cars, or it could be like how your neighbor doesn't take out his dog every day. Damn you, Brian. And then any template, any picture could work. A car, a dog, Brian, anything, anytime. 6 in the morning, 8 in the afternoon, when you're in your plane, in the bus, anywhere, anytime you can make a meme, in any place. However, what are the disadvantages? They're like the exact same. It's a double-edged sword. They're easily shareable, which means that misinformation could spread immediately. They're easy to make, which again means that in 1 second, someone could create a massive problem in any topic, which means that people who might not have an understanding of the topic may sway others into believing certain things. It could be any template. It could be an offensive image, anytime, any place. Everyone can destroy you. So, to answer the question, do memes actually work to influence people's thoughts and opinions? And are they a good idea, and should we implement it in society? I'm going to leave my friend M. Bison to answer that. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Jose. I got 2 questions for you. First up, what evidence did you gather that you didn't use, and then why didn't you use it?
Well, I found some evidence that this popular YouTube channel called T-Series was using certain memes in order to influence other viewers into like going to their channel and influence their views. This basically was published in CNN and Forbes once, but basically this story is not really credible because we don't really can characterize most of the views that channel gets with just memes.
And if you had more time, what additional research would you have done?
Well, basically, I would do like how companies and other marketing will use memes to influence their findings, and how would they affect other users. Probably just try and find any people, psychologists that would be able to actually pinpoint if memes would actually change the psyche of someone. But if I had more time, I would be able to implement that into my research and make my topic better.